My name is Christine Ortiz. I have 4 children. I have a daughter named Tony, a son named Stevie, I have a son named Brandon, and a daughter named Savannah. I live here in New Cumberland. My life before Christ was filled with a lot of pain. It started as a small child. I had a lot of abuse growing up. My abuse came from different areas. One of the areas of abuse started in the church. I grew up as a Catholic, and the priest of the church is where some of my abuse came to play. So being a part of a church was something I always shied away from. I was very angry at God because I believed He played a part in that abuse and wasn't protecting me. When in fact, now I know that He was protecting me the whole time, and I started using drugs. So I'm also a recovering addict. I've been clean for about coming on 9 years. It was very painful. I went through a divorce, picked up some drugs, and my soul was empty by the time I was done in my addiction. And it's not who I am today. I don't have that fear anymore. I allow people in my life today. I let people love me, and I love people in return. I'm able to give that love to my kids. I wasn't given hugs and kisses and told I was a good girl and I was loved on a daily basis as a child. I didn't get that, and I can do that for my children today. And I didn't know how to do that at one point in my life. I had no idea how to do it. Because of my abuse, I always wanted to find somebody to share my life with, or somebody to allow into my life. Although I feared it, I really wanted it, and I watched them grow and watched them walk through some things that were very difficult, things that I know that in my past I would have never been able to get through, but I watched them do it. And the love that those two share was absolutely amazing to me. And it hit me at their wedding day, because I was in Melissa's wedding, and the vows that they spoke together, it was like a slap in the face to see how they can just overcome all of the things that they overcame. And at the reception, I had asked Melissa, I said, how did you guys get here? Because, it was just amazing to me. And she said, it was Jesus Christ. And, I just looked at her and started crying. And I told her I want that. And she said, well, then I'll take you to my church. And the door was opened, and I decided to walk through it. When I walked in here the first time, it was like I was home. People just embraced me the moment I walked in the door. I felt safe. I felt okay. The first time I was here, there was actually a baptism going on. And, I got to hear the testimony of a few people. And there was this one woman in particular, and I don't know her name, but she was in recovery. And her testimony was almost like God was working through her that day, because her testimony reached out and touched me. And at that moment, she was me, and she told me that I was in the right place. That's what I got out of it, is that I was in the right place, and that I needed to keep coming. And I did, and I've been faithfully coming ever since. And, today, my life is amazing. Since I've allowed Jesus Christ into my life, I am able to open up and allow people in my heart, and not have that overwhelming fear that I'm going to be hurt. It's allowed me to bring my children closer to Christ, and to watch them grow, to see them sitting there right beside me in church and singing and carrying on, and my son praying and embracing Jesus himself, and those are huge. Huge. Where our life was so broken once, it feels so together now. And I'm so grateful to have found him again. I really am. Because I want everyone to know that I want to walk as a Christian with Jesus Christ. And honestly, I love this way of life, and I finally trust. I trust him, and I know if I give my life to him that everything's going to be okay.